Well, my friends, welcome to the final cut. So glad you could join us today once again here as we take a look at another indie film from a familiar name. Yes, we are looking at Adam R. Steigert's The Horrific Evil Monsters. He co-wrote this story with Kristen Steigert, and where we get the story of a secret organization who has assembled the most grotesque and horrendous individuals together, kind of like a suicide squad, in order to take on the Four Horsemen and avoid the apocalypse from being delivered on Earth. And we see how Anna, the undead waitress, Gore, the serial killer, Alex Creed, the once very popular action hero actor, and Obi, who has a silent J in his name, the alien, and Grimm, all band together and try to put their differences aside to take on the Four Horsemen: famine, war, conquest, and death in this indie kind of culmination of the Steigert verse. I have followed a number of Adam's films for a while now, and I have loved this world that he has created to give it its own identity and spirit. And yeah, that carries on in this film. Now, many of these characters we have seen before in his other films, and to see them all in one film, it's kind of like a Suicide Squad / Avengers film for his cinematic universe. And I appreciate that, though you don't have to see the other films to understand who these characters are. It may help a little bit if you do look at some of his back catalog. Now, as far as the makeup effects and these characters go, I loved it, especially on Anna, played by the veteran indie film actress Kaylee Williams. She really brings it and makes for a very creepy and scary character. Another creepy and scary character is Norman Aquino as Gore. I loved the makeup design on the mask that he wears, and the creepiness kind of got a video violence feel to him at one point as they arm up to go towards the Four Horsemen. So I loved that. Bishop Stevens really knocks it out of the park with Alex Creed, this actor who was once very popular in his action films, and now he's doing cooking shows. He's got great chemistry with Will Nemi, who plays Obi. I love the way they play off on each other. Obi is an alien who wears a sweater a lot, and yeah, they get some of the best comedic moments in here because there's a great balance of humor and horror that Adam brings to all of his films. Now, as far as the Four Horsemen go, Jenny Russo playing Olke, aka the Conquest. I loved her character, very sinister, and you can see why she is the leader of the Four Horsemen. Gregory Blair as Famine, bringing it like he does in all the roles I've seen him in, just going into character. Love the design, the makeup, and just how he just, such a creepy, it made my skin crawl. His Famine character was really, really intense. And then Jason John Beebe in here as Marcos, aka War, kind of embodying a bit of Gerard Butler, and he pulls that off well. And Michael Zeros playing Death, and I hope I pronounced that last name right because I love his makeup as well. Each one of these characters having their own unique identity set in this world that the cinematography in here captures it well. Now, there is a little bit of a pacing issue, like the cooking scene that I mentioned. We do get to see some of the cooking show, and I wish that scene was cut a little bit shorter, as well as maybe a little bit of the dialogue stuff, but it really has its own unique identity and spirit, and I just enjoy it quite a bit for what they're going for here. And there are some shots in here that are very cinematic and very epic. One in particular, when the Four Horsemen show up on Earth for the first time, the way it is shot and handled and framed and everything, it looks like a shot right out of a bigger budget superhero film. He does work on a limited budget, but makes the most of it, and I recommend it. If you are a fan of indie films, and especially of Adam's other work, you're going to want to check out The Horrific Evil Monsters. I had a great time with it, and I think you will too. So there you have it, folks. Please check out our Patreon if you haven't already. There's going to be a new tier possibly soon. We've got a number of things in the works, including, of course, our AMA on July 9th, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. You don't want to miss that as we be giving commentary and taking questions about all things YouTube, our experience over the last 15 years, and there'll even be some commentary and videos and a whole lot more. So check that out as well. Thank you for your support, and as always, remember, remember, keep that ticket stub.